Hey everybody, welcome back. We're gonna geek out a little bit. We just saw Batman: The Killing Joke, the animated R-rated, first ever R-rated animated Batman movie. And we saw it in the theater thanks to Fathom Events. Woohoo! So this is gonna be just our no spoiler review. Even if you've read the comic or whatever, there may not be changes. So we're not gonna spoil any of that here. There's just our general thoughts, and then we will do a spoiler video, and you can find the link below, or something's popping up you can click on. If I cough or sound snotty, still getting over a cold. Sorry, working on it. Like you never have a cold. And I think she's cute. She's just giving me crap. Anyways, so let's get into this. I really dug it. I've heard it's getting mixed reviews. I can see a couple of areas where it might annoy people or what they might be complaining about, but I liked a lot of those things.
I have mixed feelings about it. That's not to say it's a bad movie. It's just some of the content, especially as a woman, is kind of...
That's why this was always regarded as one of the greatest Batman movies or stories, because it pushed the envelope so far.
Right.
You know, you didn't really get that in kids' comics. So.
Right, and I understand that. But it's kind of like one of those things. It's because you're used to seeing that animation in a kid-friendly format.
Yeah.
It's a little bit cognitive dissonance.
Well, and okay, yeah, and I mean I get that, but I like that about it, and that's one thing we can tell you because it's not a spoiler. Is this? It looks and feels, and because most of the cast is back and everything, like the '90s Batman cartoon.
I do love that sort of thing. It's just that they did that.
Yeah, well, and to be clear too, she has not actually read The Killing Joke. It is one of the books I have read, so I was well aware, and we'll get more into it in spoilers. But one of the things I always kind of like about it is it's not 100% clear.
Even if he didn't?
Yeah, it's still pretty,
It's close enough. It's a technicality.
Fair enough. I'll absolutely agree with you there. Fair enough. But we'll talk a little bit more about it in spoilers just because we don't want to give it away here if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
one thing I can kind of say is if you're familiar with the book, there's a lot of additional content. That may be one of the things some people don't like. I actually really liked it. I like some of the events, some of the twists they've thrown into there.
Pretty much entirely the front half though, right?
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily going to say that in this video, but I guess we just did. I know it's tricky because the book does exist, but you know, I mean, again, this is the non-spoiler one, so we'll run through some things I just want to get out real fast. Like, one, can I just say Mark Hamill is a goddamn national treasure, and as much as we value him, we still greatly undervalue this man's talent and just charm and just awesomeness.
Can I also say he needs to keep the beard forever?
We had some bonus stuff because it was a Fathom event. You know, we got a documentary before, we got a documentary after. And my one issue with the documentary before was it showed a little bit too much of the movie. Like, there were scenes they hadn't shown in the trailers, and I wanted to experience that the first time with the movie. Yeah. But that's a minor nitpick. Another thing I'll say is a great crowd. That's one of the things I love about these. This was a crowd, they were all there to appreciate this movie. So dead silence, except enjoying it the way they should. No one's rattling papers, no one's looking at their phone, none of that shit. So that was really nice. Packed crowd. So since they already did so well, there's another screening, they've added another day, all that stuff. This might lead to us getting more of these things released in theaters. So that could be really cool. Kevin Conroy is fantastic. Having him and Mark Hamill and Tara Strong back from the original cartoon, the rest of the voice cast is really good, but because those three are there, it makes the other cast stand out a little bit in terms of that's not the originals.
That wasn't the original Alfred?
It might have been Alfred. I'm not sure. There wasn't a lot of Alfred, so I can't gauge. But it's definitely a different Gordon, and definitely a different. I don't want to tell you who all's in it in case you don't know. So, other than Gordon, Gordon's in it. It's in the trailers. So, but. Really, when they get to it, really faithful adaptation. As far as the animated films go, I haven't read all the books they've adapted, but this was one of the most faithful adaptations I've seen them do thus far. Left me wanting to go home and watch a bunch more Batman. All kinds of different Batman. And we won't tell you why here, but even wanting to go watch some Brave and Bold, an episode in particular. So I may have to do that. Flows really well. The animation, like I said, it reminds me very much of the 90s. There's a lot of nods to the 90s cartoon, but still updated a little bit and stylized to fit with the style of The Killing Joke a bit, so that was really good.
Yeah, it also made me go, it's like, the 90s animation really isn't as good as some of the later DC stuff.
Well, yeah, but I mean, technology, all that stuff improved.
I know. I'm just, maybe it just was the style in general, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, I liked it, but I guess you weren't a tremendous fan then?
Well, no, I mean, I liked it really well back in the day, but now that I see how blocky and lumpy some of the animation is.
I get what you're saying. You're comparing it to the more, you've had enough of the more modernized style that now that stands out. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But that pretty much happens anytime you look back. It's like when I saw Thundercats again, 10 or 20 years after the fact, I was like, what the hell was I smoking as a kid?
Yeah. I mean, you could kind of say the same thing with effects in movies. It's like looking back on movies like from the original Ghostbusters from 30 years ago. Right. Case in point, watch the other videos. But overall, really enjoyed it. It moves well. The music's really good. It is a shame Shirley Walker has passed. That would have been nice to have her doing it, but it's still really good music. They even had a whole documentary at the end that was really cool about that. And, no spoilers, but there is a mid-credit scene, so make sure you check that out, because I didn't get to totally reread the book. I read, the first half of the book again today, and I think that may have been an addition. I don't know if that was actually in the book. We'll talk about it in spoilers, but...
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, I think we pretty much covered it in terms of just our initial feelings and everything. So we're going to go talk spoilers, and we'll see you guys on that video, hopefully. So in the meantime, feel free to comment below. Let us know if you're going to see this, if you're excited about it. I forgot we do the hand choreography. Comment away. Thumbs up of encouragement is always encouraging. Subscribe if you're new here. We do all kinds of fun, nerdy, geeky stuff every single day on the Eric Butts channel. Share with your friends, because if they're cool, we're cool. And wait, I said that all wrong. You know what I'm saying. We're all geeks. Let's geek out together. It's Batman, for God's sake. We should all be geeking out together. And check out the link to Patreon, bonus stuff, support the channel, grow, do it or don't. It's cool, whatever. I just want to let you know it's there as an option. So, all right, well, I'm going to sip something to get my voice back for the spoiler video, and we will see you guys later.